The man, betrayed by his girlfriend, went up to the rooftop to ease his sorrow. But right at that moment, he saw a shooting star streak across the sky. So the man made a wish to God, wishing to have a superpower that could see through others. God granted his wish. The very next second, the shooting star flew directly toward the man, knocking him down to the ground. When the man woke up the next day, he thought it had all been just a dream. But unexpectedly, when he walked out the door, he was shocked to find a transparent sign suddenly appeared on the security guard's chest at the entrance, and on it were the words, "Son of the richest man." The man found it incredible. He immediately told the guard about it, but the guard couldn't see the sign on his chest and thought the man was joking. Just then, more than a dozen luxury cars suddenly pulled up in front of them. A group of bodyguards in black stepped out of the cars. They all kneeled neatly in front of the guard and respectfully welcomed the young master back home. The man realized that last night hadn't been a dream. He had actually gained a superpower. To test his power, the man signed himself up for a tour group. Once he got on the bus, he discovered that the bus attendant was actually an escort. The man began to doubt his ability because the attendant, Anna, didn't act like one at all. At that moment, the bus driver, David, became curious about the man's power, so he asked if the man could see his true identity. The man looked over at the driver, but unexpectedly, the sign in front of David read, "Psychopathic Killer." This terrified the man. He immediately told everyone that David was a psychopathic killer. David instantly reached for the weapon at his waist, but when he heard the laughter of the passengers, he relaxed. He even joked with a laugh that he was going to kill everyone on the bus. Everyone laughed at the man even harder, thinking he was insane. The man then thought his superpower was fake, but just then, Anna, the attendant, suddenly tossed a room card to him, saying that he had judged her correctly. The man was stunned. He finally realized that his superpower was real, and David was indeed a psychopathic killer. He suddenly panicked. In his eyes, David had become a demon, so he hurriedly tried to open the bus door to get off. But unfortunately, the bus was speeding down the highway, and there was no way to stop it. The man realized that only by stopping the bus could he save his own life. So he quickly told everyone the truth that David was a psychopathic killer, but nobody believed him, thinking he was making up a story. Anna also tried to comfort him, saying that David had already passed the company's background checks, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with his record. The man was very anxious, so he claimed he had a superpower that allowed him to see everyone's true identity. To prove it, he exposed the hidden identities of the 3 passengers who mocked him the most. He revealed who they really were. The 3, exposed for hiding their identities, became furious at the man and accused him of having a mental illness. The man was the only one who saw clearly. To save everyone's lives, he immediately tried to call the police. But how could David let him succeed? David suddenly sped up the bus, causing the man to lose focus, and his phone flew out of his hand. When everyone saw this, they laughed at him even harder. The man was devastated, crying out that he was